Creations going to be big. I keep telling her she's going to be a superstar, and then she's a superstar and put discounts.
Nanto a fresh idea yakhe ilemba uthatha imaterial endala.
Yabo izinto esilahlayo thina ukuthi omunye umuntu abuye sebuyisa into enhle.
Siyasanga, I'm 29. I run a jewelry and accessories making business called SABC Creations. Besihlala eBizana and a small little area called Empopeni. So ndikhule apho with my parents and my 2 brothers and one sister. So growing up it wasn't hard. Then you know, I struggled or what. It was a breeze sort of, you know. We used to go to Mlanje and sike udongwe, like clay, and we'd make these little figurines with my cousins. So I always used to just have these little things, ogani walking around the petty plastic or whatever.
Sikhulele emambondweni eBizana. Ubethanda ukuba abhale anencwadi nofunda.
Then you go to that little shop, Epayana, Papa Tensakona, those traditional things. Ask me how much it is. 2.3 Sunny.
Indon?
Ezwe.
2,000?
Ewe, as in like 2,000 rand. Durban, ndifike 2004, ndizofunda. I was doing my first year at a drama department at DUT. I took a break actually due to, you know, finances. So I did my first year and some of my second year. Then ndayeka. Ndahlala ekhaya for about 2 years. Also had my son. So then ndabuya ke 2007. So I was working. Then 2011 I decided to go back and finish. So I did 2011, 2012 in ndaqhubezela.
Into yokwenza amacici and jewelry uyiqale as a hobby, so be azenzele azinxibele yena okanye ndithi xa ndifikile andiphe amacici. So yaqala into bana ndithi kuye but lento yi-business idea, so kutheni ndingathengisela abanye abantu uyenze beformal. So yaqala kancinci kanjalo ke.
Qala ukwenza i-jewelry actually ndaqala 2005 because umama wayesisangoma. So they would make ezazinto to decorate amachoba, and they would make those belts and decorate izinxibo zabo. So I would help with the beading. Then one day, ndacela iskaftin of the leftovers begqibile. Ndacela, can I just make a pair of earrings? It's like, okay, fine. So I made my first pair. And then it just from then on, because from that first pair of earrings, ndizinxibile zacelwa ngumuntu. Then ndampha ndenze ezinye.
We were sitting outside the workshop and I think I'd ordered like a few things, like 4 or 5 items. When I saw them down and I would throw out some extra money, I was like, okay, what else did you bring with you? Like, just to have anything extra. And we ended up taking extra things. And I was really excited. Everything.
Uyiqale esayeda like ubethatha izinto ezirecyclishwayo bese aya, like for instance athatha ama-boards lawa lahlayo ama-paper boards awahlanganise besenza amacici yabo, hlanganise nama-fabrics alahliwe enza amacici.
So it's like almost a green project at the same time, because uthatha immaterial endala then I recycle it into whatever.
Doesn't feel recycled, you know. I mean, I feel like I'm sort of like in the movement, the green movement, but it doesn't. I'm in the movement, but it doesn't feel like I'm wearing waste.
Kuba ndiqale ndiyenze into a business ke ngoku ndingathi ndiqale like 2010. Ichomi zam would say, okay, you know what, Siya, because abantu bayazithanda izinto zakho, how's about you sell, you know? Because I mean, if I'm not being stopped at the workshop by some tourist city, where did you get these? And being in between jobs, you know, I ended up having to rely on, you know, making izinto to, you know, to get by. Then eventually I was like, let me just concentrate all my energies kulento.
Waqala kancinci engarejistanga nebusiness eyenza nje ethengisela thina, and then ke ngoku waqala waformal waregisterisha business, and then waqala ku-social networks, waba ne-online presence, and then from there ke ngoku yaqala yakhula, waqala wafumana ii-orders kwabanye abantu from all over, all the way to Mexico.
And so I took that uba Hlubi Creations. That's how it came about. Kubanzima, because sometimes a whole month and tengizanga nix. Okanye it gets to a point where I sell and I have to use the money for transport or food, or I have to send it home to my son or whatever. So I've had to always have a job, you know, to support Uhlubi. 70% of what I do is recycled, but that 30%, you know, to now neaten the stuff and make it durable for ba 2 or 3 years later usayinxiba. So I need to get, you know, umsebenzi. Namhlanje ne ndiyothenga fabric. All right, I'm very excited actually, because it means that business yami iyakhula, and I mean abantu bayathenga, ii-orders ziyangena ngoyonke imihla, so into enhle le, at least ikhona into endiyenzayo andisebenzele emva, you know. Because ke ngokuba ndisaqala bengakwazi uthenga anything, so what I saw was that abamama bathungayo bayazilahla i-cut-offs. So what I do is I walk around and I just tell them, Mamamela, once you are done with your fabric, la plastic ungayilahli ndibekele ndifike ndizothatha i-fabric yam. Njani? Okay, hopefully you have what I want today. Hi. Hi, how are you? Dude. Yakhumbula le yame inantsika ye tracksuit. I need it, bruh. Okay, so I just got the gray material for the track pants. So I need to buy the print. So nah, this is heaven. Heaven on earth. Great job. Good leg. All right, I'm done shopping now, so I need to go start sewing. Ndathanda i-line matches, ne? Oh, I love those. And abantu bayathanda as well. Nanku usakhametsi. Izinxibile apha. Nazi. That's one like. Oh yes, this is another neck piece that I haven't done in a while. When they play with Scooby wire, you know, Ben's a guy 4, so I took that from my son and then he showed me how to do it. Then the necklace came like. Basically, I work from home, so this is how I am every day of the week. You know, if I'm not buying fabric, I'm sitting right here. So I'm just gonna make a pair of earrings with these babies. Jen Kele, this lady who works at a bar in South Beach, ubaba makanibekele the match boxes. You know, mina behlela bebesela bechaya, you know, basheza wepha. So uyazicollect and figure ndizithathe. So that's how I get the match boxes. The last time I owned a cardboard was actually from DUT. The clinic there. It was like a stack of, not cardboard, like a box, but like, you know, if folders, it is a file. I use that. So I got a whole stack from the clinic about 3 years ago. And it's actually lasted me for about 3 years. Organic, you know, old hardcover books, I use that. And I need my concussion here, and this is really choke by doing and then yeah, I just need fabric because then I say then with something else to make it pretty. This is not nice. The first stage, I cut a box, then I need my concoction, this dibanise, because whether inganethwa, it won't become soggy. Yabo, iyahlala for years. So now I just need to find like a nice print and ngasemva. For materials endisebenzisayo, I like using African print. It dries clear, so I use shaking mhlophe inje. Alright, after I've the next step is to put in amahooks ke ngoku. So I have to make sure that it's closed up. I have to make sure it's closed up here. And that's the final thing. Apa senza a necklace, believe it or not. So I just pull them a little bit. And I just start weaving and on. It's a bit tiring, got to on the arms. Now I'm finishing off the neck piece. Yeah. Either I use chains up at Gabeleni or I use fabric, depending on how I want it to look. So see, it stretches. Oh, it's like this.
I like most the fact that I haven't seen anyone wearing what I have. Firstly, I haven't seen anyone wearing what I have. They complement my style. And as much as I know I'm not the only one who owns these things, I've never seen anyone wearing it on the street. And the brand is not really, I feel cool. I just feel like, yes, I'm the shizness.
prices the range for amacici. So aqala masithi from 15 rand. In neck pieces, ziqala ku 80 rand up to about 250. Abantu, like umuntu mhlawumbe athi yo ayisiya, you know, it's so tiring kuba kufuneka ndifune umuntu ozondithengela ilokhwe, kufuneka ndifune umuntu wezihlangu, kutheni ungaviske wenze yonke into. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I could. Fluid Creations has since started making backpacks and sweaters and hoodies, shirts. Yeah, that's what I make. There's an event coming up, the Womandla Festival. The lady who's organizing it, Ulamakosi Kunene, she called me up, was a meeting so that she can get me to sell. So after meeting me, she was like, you know what, how's about you, as Fluid Creations, you organize the market.
Iwomandla ihlanganisa ama-artists, ihlanganisa abantu be-craft. Empowerisha basically ama-local artists. Usebenza with some of ama-artists and ama-craft makers ukuthi ba-exhibition izinto zabo, nabantu abanamakhono mhlawumbe ukucula, ukudansa, o-hip hop nani nabo bakwazi ukuthi bazibonakalise endaweni enjalo.
So the plan is I have vintage clothes, I have shoes, bags, I've got a person who's doing food, Utembisa. As an organizer for this, I'm a bit scared actually, because what I've seen from abantu baseDurban, if kuke kwabanda okanye kunet abasoze baphume, and khathana bungubani, if you have a show and it's on a Sunday and it's raining, you probably get like 10 people. Today is the big day of the event, Womandla, so I'm just packing up. They phoned me about 20 minutes ago, so I need to be there to set up. Dilindile abantu bazothenga, dilindile abantu who are going to be placing orders. I'll have my measuring tape there, go to measure people. You know what we didn't get? My plastic.
For
Lobia. We didn't get that.
The wheel. Is it open today?
I think so. They should be.
She's always prepared. Because into yakhe izinto zakuzenza daily. By the time you figure event, already unaso stock that she's been working on for weeks. So I think she's very prepared.
I'm nervous actually, but in terms of my stuff, I'm prepared. I've been preparing for the last 3 weeks, making stuff, because I think I can only get like 2 bags done a day. So I've had to, I've been preparing for this. Okay, we've just arrived at the Winston Pub. This is where the Womandla Festival is happening, and we're gonna have the craft market at the back. So I'm gonna go check, because I need to check about there's enough tables and chairs for everyone, and then set up my store so that by the time we figure out I can help them. These are my friends, Unjabulo Nasimanga. They do all the photography for Fluid Creations. These are my ninjas. Nabulisa. Swimwear. Summer board, ne?
Yes.
Told you this. There's no made up. Nobody can write in Zao. Fangs, okay?
It's for everybody.
And then lastly, there's Utando. We usually, yeah, we usually work together on another event, but I asked her to come through, and she did. She has those vintage jackets, Panga Semba. Thanks, Tando, eh? And then I talk about TK with the vintage clothing and whatnot. This is the setup, and I wanted it to be like this so that it flows, you know, Abantu, you know, no lines and whatnot. Okay, event seqalile. I'm happy about it. Even though we weather yamosha a little bit because I want to buy $1, but happy because they're buying my stuff. So that's good. In terms of it turnout, I'm also happy. Abantu baseThekwini do not come out if it's cold, if it's raining. But yeah, but I'm happy about everything.
I'm blown away. Like, I walked in, I felt like it was a surprise birthday party. I did, because I was like nervous. You don't know if everyone's gonna come or whatever, but everybody came. It was amazing, and we're actually just getting warm because we're about to do the open mic and poetry and all of that. So I couldn't be happier.
Event ihambe kakuhle, so ndiyavuya. Abantu bafikile besibalindele and sithengisile.
Dicey. Maphakethe ajabulile.
Kahle.
Ibhizinisi kaSiya ndibona ine-potential yoba ingene ezitolo, especially ngoku because the African print has become quite big in South Africa.
I eventually want to have like a little workshop space where people will know about, okay, go to this street, this building, that floor, or whatever.
Everyone's into this new chunky vibe, this new Afrocentric vibe. Everyone's into it. We can all reach it now because she's one of us. She's amongst us. We see her at our gigs. We see her at our plays. She's everywhere. And as a result, we can reach her products and we can reach her. And I think that's one of the things that's going to make her go big. She's going to blow up soon.
So ke izinto ama-struggles adlule kuwona usezokwazi manje ukuthi asize abanye abantu ukuthi bangafili the same thing yabo.
Ndiyavuya xa ndibona eqhubeka ngebhizinisi yakhe ngolu hlobo, and ndiyavuya in general xa ndibona abantu abangomama bekwazi uba baqhubeke benze ibhizinisi successful.
All I can say to abo bantu bahleliyo bangenzi into, I mean mhlamba usebenzi, Sani, you can always try something. I mean, half the time tina sithanda unikwa and siyalibala uba into ezininzi we already have them in our hands. We use our hands. If you paint, go ahead, paint and sell.